What's up, people? There's a couple turkeys there today. We are on a lunch break, out for a little walk. Thought I would continue. Oh, look, more turkeys though. Getting distracted by turkeys. But I thought I would continue with some of the thoughts I've had on Bitcoin. Talking with some friends today, and discussing some of the current events, the Trump assassination crap that's going on. But some interesting stuff. So one of my friends mentioned that Blackrock was founded in '88, and of course well, maybe you don't, but most people know by now that the shooter was featured in a Blackrock commercial, right? And '88 was also the same year that Donald Trump went on Oprah when she asked him about if he'd ever be president. I believe that's what he was referring to. So it's kind of interesting stuff, right? This '88 stuff that's been coming up a lot, and something too about Back to the Future, the 88 miles per hour, and Biff was like based off President Trump. But anyway, it's interesting stuff, right? But it's brought my thoughts more to back the stuff I've been thinking about Bitcoin, right? Because BlackRock obviously has been the big news in the Bitcoin world lately. Their ETF gobbling up thousands of Bitcoin a day. They just took in over 4,000 Bitcoin yesterday on a Tuesday, like a random Tuesday. So that's a lot of money, 4,000 Bitcoins. It's over 60K a piece or something. So here's some thoughts, right? I'll have to link some of my previous videos for you to get more caught up on this. I don't want to re-go over a lot of things I've already talked about, but the thoughts are about Bitcoin being like the epitome of saving. It is like the ultimate form of saving, because that's what money is. Currency is a form of saving. Otherwise, you would just straight barter for everything, like straight up every time. Like exactly service for service or item for service, whatever, you know what I mean? If you didn't have a way to save your labor, your energy, to put it away to then use it for something you want, you would have to straight up every time. So Bitcoin that's what currency is. It's a form of saving. Saving, it's currency. It's a way to save your labor, your energy. So Bitcoin is the best form of that. It's perfect money, as far as I can tell. I mean, I've said this before in one of my way earlier videos about Bitcoin and magic, that I sometimes feel that I manifested Bitcoin. Like, you're never going to find Satoshi Nakamoto, is what I'm saying. Bitcoin is perfect money as far as what you want money to be as a tool. Doesn't mean I'm like, money's good, worship money, all this. Like, there's a lot of things about money that still hold true. And it's just like any tool, right? Like that stick right there can be used for good things, to build stuff, to make fires and keep warm, to cook, to be used to hit somebody over the head with, It's just a tool. It's all about who wields it. It's not the tool itself is not evil. But we're talking about saving. So who was the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender? That would be El Salvador, the savior, right? And how is Bitcoin brought forth? It's mined. Get it? Your mind. So when you think about like Christ consciousness, like your mind, right? Technically, it's converting our currency into like a crystalline form. by storing it digitally. It is now in a crystalline form. That is how circuits and computers work. If you think of it like that, it makes sense. It's the savior, right? El Salvador is one of the, I don't know, they're close to the bottom. They got to be down there to one of the worst, like the bottom of nations that they rank in order by their economy or something. It makes me think a little bit of that from the first will be last and the last will be first. And there's a lot that relates to that, the 8, right? Bitcoin is divisible by 8 decimals. There's 8 decimal places, which gives you a total of 10,000 Satoshi, or 10 million Satoshis. You can be divisible by. So you think that 810, right? A 10. And thinking a bit about that Blackrock link, because Blackrock, right, is pushing Bitcoin heavily, like bringing it to the mainstream, right? I'm thinking about that black cube, man, that black rock, that like, black cube of Saturn. And Satoshis, right? Satoshis, Saturn. And then another word for saving, or you can see it is salve. It's actually salvation, but it also gives us salve, right? And what is salvation? Salvation is redemption from sin. And what is debt? Debt is defined as sin. And what is fiat currency? They are debt notes. It is debt, right? To watch some of my other videos about the whole world's in debt. But who are we in debt to? We're in debt to each other. We are. You think about how the barter system works. We're in debt to each other. We're not in debt to like some country or something. We're mostly in debt to the top 1%, to the people that have all the wealth. You know, if they wanted to spend all their money, the people that have to do all the work to produce everything they want to spend it on is us. Like that's who you're in debt to. Those are debts for claims on future labor of the population of whatever that currency is for, from those citizens. Just some thoughts. Some more thoughts. That being mind. That mind. I mean, when you think about Bitcoin, Beaten. B-E-A-T-E-N. Beaten. Right? Christ was beaten. Or be a 10. A 10 is the time, the pinnacle, the peak. It is like the epitome, or it's considered, it's a single period, right? The time is a single point. A single point would be one, at one, right? Atone, in other words, for being forgiven. Forgiven of debt. A single point. A period is the end of a sentence, right? It starts with the word. And you're born in debt. You're born in sin. I mean, debt and sin are interchangeable words. Born in sin. Born in debt. It all starts with the word. Words create a sentence. What's it end with? A sentence ends with a period, a point, a peak, a pinnacle, a climax, a release, right? The end, a goal, gold, golden. Just thoughts, man. I don't know exactly what this all means, but I'm going to keep exploring it. I'll keep thinking about it, and I'll keep trying to share it when I can. I do have a lot to share written down that I keep. That's that stuff where you tell yourself, like, I'm gonna make a video about this, and you write it down and write it down and write it down. I have a lot of that, like a lot built up. I don't often feel like making video. I don't often, my brain, I'll be honest, for the last few months, my brain has been really cloudy. Like, not been thinking really clear. I feel like my IQ has been lowered like 30 points or something crazy. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm in a brain fog. And I haven't felt like it much. And when I do snap out of it at times for a little while, like I said, I haven't had the urge to try to make a video or share it, or like when I'm in that mode, that energy. Been keeping to myself a lot for quite a while, buddy. But those are different issues of my own. Isolating, right? I'm going solo. It's the soul. It's the battery, right? Beaten again, a battery, a soul, a cell. If you sell something, you sold it. What are we made of? Cells, I believe. That's what I'm told. And my body's made of, millions and millions of cells. What are cells? But yeah, I need to get back to work. We'll see if I upload this video. I haven't been uploading even a third of the ones that I actually follow through and make, so we shall see. Hey, Bluebird. Squirrel. All right, peace out, people.